How much land could you buy with $50,000? If you're thinking maybe a backyard in the suburbs, think again. What if I told you there are states in America where that same amount could get you not just a few acres, but dozens, even hundreds of them? While real estate prices in cities break records every year, a quiet land revolution is happening in places most people never think to look. Today, we're counting down the 10 cheapest states to buy farmland in America, and trust me, number 1 will shock you. In 2025, something unexpected is happening across America. While urban housing feels impossibly out of reach, a growing wave of people is turning their backs on cities and looking toward open land. Remote work, economic uncertainty, and a hunger for independence have sparked what some are calling a new land migration. These buyers aren't all farmers. They're families, investors, retirees, and ordinary dreamers searching for something real. They're discovering that in certain states, vast stretches of fertile, usable farmland are still shockingly affordable. So let's start our countdown, beginning with one of America's most underrated farming frontiers. Number 10. West Virginia. West Virginia, the mountain state, where farmland costs less than your monthly car payment. Here, you can find land averaging around $2,500 per acre, meaning $50,000 could buy you roughly 20 acres of rolling hills and hidden valleys. But why so cheap? Geography plays a role. The terrain is rugged, which keeps industrial farming away, but for small-scale operations or anyone seeking privacy and beauty, it's perfect. West Virginia also offers something rare: mineral rights. Many properties still come with subsurface rights, meaning you could own what's beneath the ground too. Add in one of the lowest property tax rates in the country, and you've got a state that rewards independence. It's ideal for homesteaders, small ranchers, or anyone who wants space without the price tag. But if you think that's a deal, just wait. Number 9. Arkansas. Arkansas might fly under the radar nationally, but it's a powerhouse when it comes to agriculture. This state feeds America, literally. It's the top rice producer in the country and runs a $16 billion agricultural economy. Farmland here averages about $3,000 per acre, which means your $50,000 could secure around 16 acres of productive soil. What makes Arkansas special is versatility. You've got fertile river valleys, timber-rich forests, and pasture land perfect for cattle. Property taxes sit comfortably below the national average, and the cost of living is among the lowest in the U.S. For someone looking to start small with crops, livestock, or even agritourism, Arkansas offers real profitability without the East Coast or West Coast price tags. And here's the kicker: land values here have been steadily appreciating, quietly outpacing inflation. It's not flashy, but it's smart. Number 8. Oklahoma. Oklahoma is cattle country, wide open, unpretentious, and built for ranching. Land prices here average around $2,800 per acre, meaning $50,000 buys you approximately 18 acres. But the real story is what you can do with it. Oklahoma offers some of the most rancher-friendly policies in the country. Public grazing leases, for example, cost just over $1 per month per animal, a rate that feels frozen in time. The state's agriculture sector is booming, particularly in beef and wheat, and property taxes remain impressively low. What most people don't realize is that Oklahoma also sits on valuable wind energy potential. Some landowners are earning passive income simply by leasing space for wind turbines. Whether you're raising cattle, growing wheat, or just holding land as an investment, Oklahoma gives you options, and that's worth more than the price tag suggests. Number 7. Kansas. Kansas is America's breadbasket, and for good reason. This is where wheat fields stretch to the horizon, and the soil has been feeding the nation for generations. Farmland here averages about $2,700 per acre, so $50,000 gets you close to 18 acres of flat, workable land. Kansas combines affordability with agricultural credibility. The state produces more wheat than almost anywhere else in the country, and its infrastructure for farming, from grain elevators to equipment suppliers, is rock solid. Property taxes are low, hovering around 1.3%, and the cost of living makes it easy to sustain a rural lifestyle. But here's what makes Kansas interesting for modern buyers: precision agriculture. Thanks to technology like drones and soil sensors, even small plots can be farmed efficiently and profitably. You don't need to be a generational farmer to make it work here. You just need to be willing to learn. Number 6. Nevada. Nevada isn't the first state you think of when someone says farmland, but that's exactly why it's on this list. Outside the glitter of Las Vegas and Reno, Nevada has vast stretches of open land selling for as low as $1,500 per acre in rural areas. With $50,000, you could own over 30 acres, maybe more depending on the county. So why is it so cheap? Much of the land is arid and requires water management, which keeps traditional farming at bay. But for forward-thinking buyers, Nevada offers something powerful: renewable energy potential. Solar and wind projects are exploding across the state, and landowners are leasing their property to energy companies for steady passive income. Nevada also has no state income tax, which means more of your money stays in your pocket. If you're less interested in planting crops and more interested in holding an appreciating asset with income potential, Nevada is worth a serious look. Number 5. Colorado. Colorado brings something different to the table: elevation, beauty, and tourism. Farmland prices vary widely depending on location, but in rural eastern Colorado, you can still find land for around $2,000 per acre. That puts roughly 25 acres within reach of a $50,000 budget. What makes Colorado special is diversification. Yes, you can raise cattle or grow crops, but many landowners are tapping into agritourism, turning their properties into destinations. Horseback riding trails, farm-to-table dinners, wedding venues, or even seasonal pumpkin patches can bring in thousands of dollars annually. Colorado also benefits from a strong outdoor recreation culture, which means land values tend to hold steady or appreciate over time. Property taxes are reasonable, and the state's economy is diverse and stable. If you're looking for land that can generate income in creative ways, Colorado offers a canvas most states can't match. Number 4. Montana. Montana is big sky country, and the name says it all. This is where space still means something, where you can stand on your own land and see nothing but wilderness in every direction. Farmland in Montana averages around $1,800 per acre in less developed counties, meaning $50,000 could buy you close to 28 acres. But Montana isn't just about scenery. It's a ranching state with deep agricultural roots, particularly in cattle and wheat. Property taxes are among the lowest in the nation, often below 0.8%, and there's no state sales tax. What many buyers love about Montana is the sense of permanence. This is land that feels untouched by time, perfect for those seeking solitude, legacy, or simply a place to build something lasting. And while it's remote, that remoteness is increasingly valuable in a crowded, overconnected world. Montana doesn't just sell land, it sells peace. Number 3. New Mexico. New Mexico is where the desert meets opportunity. In the northern and eastern parts of the state, farmland can be found for as low as $1,200 per acre. That means $50,000 could secure over 40 acres of open land under endless skies. New Mexico's affordability comes from its arid climate and lower population density, but don't mistake cheap for worthless. The state has a growing agricultural sector focused on drought-resistant crops like chili peppers, pecans, and alfalfa. It's also becoming a hotspot for solar energy development, with landowners leasing acreage to renewable projects. Property taxes are low, and the cost of living is among the most affordable in the country. For buyers willing to work with the landscape rather than against it, New Mexico offers massive acreage and long-term investment potential. Imagine owning 40 acres where the sun always shines. That's not a dream, that's New Mexico. Number 2, Wyoming. Wyoming is the land of cowboys, wide open ranges, and almost no people. Seriously, there are more cows here than humans. Farmland in Wyoming averages around $1,500 per acre in rural counties, putting roughly 33 acres within a $50,000 budget. But here's what makes Wyoming truly special: zero state income tax, low property taxes, and a government that stays out of your way. This is one of the most tax-friendly states in the entire country. Ranching is king here, particularly cattle, and the state supports agricultural business with favorable policies and infrastructure. Wyoming also offers something intangible: freedom. The culture here is built on independence, self-reliance, and respect for land. If you want to own a piece of the American West as it used to be, Wyoming is as close as it gets. And with land prices this low, it's still accessible to everyday buyers. Number 1, Mississippi. And here it is, the number 1 cheapest state to buy farmland in America, Mississippi. In certain rural counties, farmland can be purchased for under $1,000 per acre. Yes, you read that right. With $50,000, you could own 50 acres or more, land that stretches farther than most suburban neighborhoods. Mississippi's affordability is tied to its economy and geography, but it's also tied to opportunity. This is a state with deep agricultural roots. Cotton, soybeans, poultry, and forestry all thrive here. The soil is fertile, the growing season is long, and the infrastructure for farming is well established. Property taxes are among the lowest in the nation, and the cost of living makes it easy to sustain rural life. What most people overlook about Mississippi is this: while others chase expensive land on the coasts, quiet investors are buying massive acreage here and holding it for the long term. Because when land becomes scarce everywhere else, the states that still have it, like Mississippi, will be worth far more than anyone expected. So there you have it, 10 states where the American dream of owning land is still alive and affordable. From the mountains of West Virginia to the wide-open plains of Wyoming, each of these places offers something the cities can't: space, freedom, and control over your future. Owning land isn't just about farming, it's about security. It's about building something real in a world that often feels uncertain. It's about having options when others don't. In 2025, while everyone chases overpriced homes in crowded cities, a quiet group of people is doing something smarter. They're buying acres, not square feet. They're investing in soil, not skylines. And they're positioning themselves for a future where land, real, tangible land, will be worth more than we ever imagined. So here's my question for you. If you had $50,000 to invest today, which of these states would you choose? Would you go for the mountains of Montana, the affordability of Mississippi, or maybe the energy potential of Nevada? Drop your answer in the comments below. I genuinely want to know. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to subscribe. Because we're just getting started uncovering real-world opportunities that most people overlook. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.